Today I want to share with you a simple and easy way to structure your accounts so that your retirement income lasts a lifetime, you're protecting your assets, all the kind of cool stuff that you want once you've entered into retirement. I want you to think about taking your money, your retirement savings, and I want to see you separate those savings into three specific categories. So the first category, this is going to be LIQ, that's your liquid money. Now, what do I mean by liquid money? This is money that you have at the bank, right? So this is your emergency money right here. So, and I'm going to give you some numbers here to give you a little example in a couple minutes. Account number one is your bank account. When you enter into retirement, if you're already retired, you probably heard when you're working, you want to have somewhere around 3 to 6 months of savings at the bank for emergencies. And that makes a lot of sense when you're working and you're getting that regular paycheck. But guess what? When you retire, that doesn't work anymore. You need more than that. You really should have more like 6 to 12 months once you're into retirement of spending. So if you want to spend $100,000 a year in retirement, for example, right? Guess what? You should probably have about $50,000 to $100,000 at the bank to be on the safe side for emergencies. Next, what's our next one? The next account, let's make that I'm going to make it in red for a reason. This is going to be our growth account. Now, why is it red? Well, I'll show you. There's a real reason here. It's your growth account. Now, this is the kind of investing that you've been doing your entire working career. This is all about growth and accumulation. This money we're going to put in the market, right? And when I say the market, probably stocks, real estate, that type of thing. And here's what we know about money that you invest in your growth accounts. We know, number one, that some years are going to be great years because some years you're going to make money. In fact, hopefully most years you make money. Some years you make a little, and some years you make a lot. Those are great years. But now we're getting to why this is a red bucket. Because guess what? Some years you make money. What happens in other years? Some years you lose money, right? And some years you lose a lot. So here's the deal. When you put money in the markets, in this growth bucket, 10 years. You need time. That's the 4-letter word. You need time for that money to grow. There's more good years and bad years, right? There'll be good years and there'll be bad years, but over time, we know that markets grow. Warren Buffett says, hey, if you're not willing to put money in the market for 10 years, then you shouldn't put it there at all. So 10 years, that's kind of our time horizon there. Because of that, when you enter into retirement, we got a problem here, right? We're like, okay, we've got money at the bank, we got money in our growth accounts, we're missing something. What are we missing? That's our last bucket over here. We are missing an income account. Hey, let's be honest. When you retire, you don't get a paycheck anymore. You've got to put some money over here. You got to earmark some money to generate income. And the idea is we want this income to be safe. We want it to be protected. And the idea is you want to put enough money in that income account so it lasts 10 to 15 years, something like that. Maybe 12 years. Now, why? Because if you put enough money in here where over a period of time you're drawing that money down all the way to zero perhaps, you want it to last about 10, 15 years. Why 10 to 15 years? Because that gives time for your growth account to do what? Gives time for that to grow. So I want you to imagine, and I'm not going to use crazy numbers here. Let's imagine that somebody retires with maybe $650,000, right? They've been saving. They've got about $650,000. And in their retirement, they want $24,000 of income. That's what they want, $24,000. Simple enough. So how might they use this model to structure their accounts? In the liquid account up here, let's say they want, I don't know, how about $50,000, right? They put $50,000 at the bank. That covers emergencies, and they're probably in pretty good shape. Now here's the key. Here's a little trick as to how this works. Whatever the income need here is, multiply it times 10. So $24,000 a year times 10, how much is that? $240,000. That's the amount of money you put over here in the income account. Now, assuming that this account earns 3% per year, that money's going to last 12 years, right? Which is great. That's exactly what we want. And how much are we going to have at the end of 12 years? You got it, right here. Nothing. That money's going to be gone. Meanwhile, what's happening in our growth account over here? Well, in our growth account, we put the other $360,000, right? That's what we put there. That's the balance. And it's going to go up and down, right, over time, but hopefully up over time. And if that earns 5% return, guess what? At the end of 12 years, when this money's gone, this account here has grown. Here, I'll write it over here for fun. It's grown to $650,000. So we started with $650,000. That's over here. And what do we have at the end of our 12 years? We got our income, $240,000 of income. Plus, at the end, we've got $650,000. Still have that $50,000 left over, hopefully. We've got $700,000. What's happened? Protected our income, created nice stable income for in this case, 12-year period, grew the portfolio over time. And by the way, I expect you would earn more than 5% in a growth portfolio over time. You should earn more like 6 or 7. And if you do this right, you should have closer to maybe $800,000 or something like that. But the key is simply this: protect your principal, take some income, and grow it a little bit. That's what we want in retirement. That's what this system delivers. So there you go. It's an easy and simple way to structure accounts so that you can enjoy the retirement, at least financially speaking. You can enjoy the retirement that you've always dreamed of. Hope this helps. Talk to you again soon.